Welcome to Queenstown Ice Arena. Tonight we're going to have the Wakatipu Wild versus the Auckland Steel. My name is Bill. I'll be here with Joel, and we'll be trying to run through the game with you. Want to start out with the team sponsors for the Wakatipu Wild. Otatahi Tattoo, Queenstown. Golden Homes. Morrison's Irish Pub. The Locker Room. Little Flick Fireworks. Enigma Hockey. Queenstown Health. Industrial Fitness. The Film Crew, Bunker Street. Upholstery Workshop. Sign It Signs. The Supporters, More FM. Mountain Scene, the local newspaper. And the Wakatipu Wild want to give a big shout out to Platinum Villas Queenstown. They are luxury villas, and they accommodate the out-of-towners that play for the Wakatipu Wild for game weekends.
It's great to see such a diverse list of sponsors there as well. You know, things like this just can't happen without the support of all those wonderful people. So once again, thank you for everything that you do to make these games happen.
Yeah, absolutely. It helps defer a lot of the cost for the players. And I just found out last night that Auckland doesn't actually, they have a few sponsors. The Auckland Ice Hockey Association helped them with the rebrand and with their new jerseys. Paradise Ice Arena in Avondale and Botany, where they train and play their games. And also Dynasty Sports help with the jerseys, the hoodies, and the uniforms.
Nice. They're looking pretty sharp, the Auckland team there.
Yeah, I haven't had a close look at the logo yet, but they look good from a distance.
Oh, yeah. Well, hopefully we're in for another barn-burning game like the one last night, you know?
Yeah, it was very entertaining, close game. I don't think the score reflected how close the play was. And it was terrific to see the Auckland as a young team. And although they were down by many points, they didn't seem to get frustrated. They didn't get chippy. They didn't let it get to them. Showed a lot of character.
Nice.
So starting lineups tonight. I believe in goal again is going to be Jordan Wickman, but that has not been confirmed yet for the Wakatipu Wild. Number 16, Livia Tuig. Now we got a bit of a profile on her. She's from Minnesota. She's 25 years old. Hopefully her dad's watching. We understand that he's a Vikings fan for the NFL team.
Oh, you know she's going to be good if she comes from the state of hockey, you know?
Yep. Kelly Nelson also from Minnesota. Let's see, she likes, Livia likes tramping and skiing. Her favorite artist is Lord. And she is single, looking to mingle. So if any men are out there.
Well, if she likes skiing and tramping and Lord, she's definitely in the right country now, isn't she?
Yeah. She'll fit in as a Kiwi. All right, let's see. So she's going to be playing forward. Then we have Kelly Nelson will also be forward. And Jessie Strain. She's going to be starting, number 24. Lucy Boniface on D, 27, and Caitlin Hollier, 32, will be the starting lineup for Wakatipu. Hopefully Caitlin is going to keep her aggression in control. She tends to get a couple penalties, and hopefully she's not going to cost the team at a crucial point.
Yeah, well, games like this, you know, so much of it decided on, you know, if you pick up a power play here or there, a little bit of lack of team discipline, quick goal, suddenly that scoreline starts changing. The ice seems a little slanted, and yeah, you can lose that momentum pretty quickly.
Yeah, the momentum swing can be the big one. So for Auckland tonight, we're going to have Anjali Mulari, number 2. She's a forward. She had a hat trick last night. In goal is going to be Zadia Polsa, the Kiwi Springbok, number 30. Also, number 7, Lily Hansen. Number 14, Charlotte Pye. Sabrina Tunnicliffe, number 10. And Jamie Jones, number 9. Also, last night, good game for Auckland from Brooke Patron, number 11. And she's from Saskatchewan, Canada. First season with the Auckland Steel and has beaten the Cinnamon Challenge she has on her profile.
Oh, they do breed them tough up there.
Yeah, they're pretty much weaned on ice hockey.
Yeah. Good looking crowd starting to file in here as well now. It's good to see the support that coming out from the local community, and I'm sure there's a few Auckland supporters down here as well, and big shout out to everyone who's watching on the stream from Auckland.
Yep, definitely give a big shout out to everybody. Now we have the captain's meeting at center ice. Referee tonight is going to be Adam Nagy. Linesman is Aaron Chisholm, and is that Gigi? Looks like Gigi Hollier, but I'm not certain yet of the second linesman. Yes, it is Gigi Hollier. So I heard. So Adam Nagy at center ice, ready for the puck drop. A few minutes away, we'll get away with the second game, start of the second game. Also to bring you up to speed, the Stampede is playing the Red Devils in Christchurch. And they're in between the second and third period, and it's 3-1. And a goal for Auckland. The weak goal gets through. Once again, Anjali Mulali.
Just goes to show you, if you can get off to a quick start, catch the goalie by surprise, you're one up on the board.
Just like that, 10 seconds into the game. So now Tui, Liv takes it into the zone, at the circle, quick shot, gets her own rebound in the corner, throws it back to the point to Orr. Orr skates in, shot knocked down low, looks like Jones has it. She's going to skate it out of her zone. Into the zone, top of the slot. Nice stick check, blocks the shot. Nelson picks it up down in the corner, tries to knock it behind the net, gets hung up. And now Auckland's going to come out from behind the Wakatipu net with the puck. Good break up there by Liv. Has it down in the corner, gets some help from Orr. Throws it around the wheel the opposite direction. And it's kicked back to the point. Auckland intercepts, but gets by them. And now Tuig takes it in right side. Through the legs. Oh, could have had an interference, but otherwise a good check. So puck comes into neutral ice. Angele's going to take it in, side of the circle. Circles back. Good stick check. Try to clear the zone, can't get it out. And Wakatipu will bring it out from their own end. Is that Figgins? And a shot from center ice. Gets knocked down. Taken through, and that's Hollier. Caitlin takes it down behind the net, kicks it around, goes back behind the net. Bennett is there to dig it out. Into the corner, Patron back And it's kicked around the wheel. Hopefully it'll be kept in. No, unable to be kept in by Figgins. And it's knocked back. And Auckland will start from their own zone. Kick it forward, cross ice into the Wakatipu zone. Player goes down. Now Watts tries to clear it, loses her footing. Quick shot, knocked down. And Wakatipu's going to clear it. Won't have enough legs to get an icing, but at least he gets a breather. And they're keeping good pressure behind the net. Kicked out. Kept in nicely. But Auckland Jones picks it up. Out to McDonald. And a little bit too far. Orr has it. She's taking it by herself. A one-on-one. Top of the slot. Weak shot goes wide. Centering pass. Kept in nicely. Livia has it. Centering pass again. Nobody there in the slot. And Orr will collect it back at her own blue line. Quickly throws it up. This could be icing. And it will be. So Auckland Steel will get a face-off deep in the Wakatipu zone.
I think you can already see the key to the game is going to be working in the corners and trying to dig it out and get those passes in the middle there.
Yeah, they're going to need to have support in the slot and in front of the net. Wakatipu wins the face-off. Takes it out. Tuig takes it in. Quick turn around. Nelson back to Hollier. Hollier turns around trying to evade a defenseman. She's going to bring it forward. Fans on the pass and keeps it. Takes it down behind the net. Circles back behind the net. Gets her own pass again. Tries to kick it out. Nobody there. And Auckland will clear it. Cross center ice into the offensive zone. And good stick check there by Nelson. And it's wrapped behind the net. Auckland trying to bring it out, going back toward the point. Fans on the shot. And now Auckland will dig it outside of the circle. Quick shot goes wide. Angele to the side, centering pass, nobody there. And good tie up. I believe it was Nelson tied her up in front of the net. Nelson now takes it into the zone. Oh, tried a nice pass. And was unable to get it across. Good escape block from Wakatipu. Now centering pass, going to be picked up. Helmsrich shot. Point eaten up by the goalie, knocked wide. And Auckland's going to start out. That won't be icing as Orr got a piece of it. Now Orr will start from her own net. I believe that was Kemp up to Weeks. Bobby Weeks takes it in, gets past, evades. Quick shot. Bobby Weeks had 2 goals last night. It was also her birthday.
It was a beautiful move right through the center there. Just quick little stick handle, cut to the middle, get the shot away. That's what you want to see.
Yeah, brilliant move, brilliant move. So Wakatipu wins the face-off. T gets a quick shot. Goalie blocks it. And now Auckland trying to get it out of the zone, get it into neutral ice. Hollier gathers it up. She goes cross ice, backhand pass. Pedrosa is going to take it into the zone. Muscles her way through, gets a shot that goes wide. Hollier picks it up the other side, digs it down into the corner. Looking for someone out front, no one there. Now centering pass, and right through the slot. Nobody was able to collect it. Figgins will go back and chase it. She'll start from behind her own net. Bring it forward to Nelson. Nelson is going to have a 2-on-1 here with Liv. Quick shot. Puck still loose. And whistled dead by the referee. So 13:57 left in the first period. Auckland Steel leading 1-0.
been a lot of back and forth so far. You know, everyone's come out to play tonight. Getting some good opportunities at both ends.
Yeah, it's end-to-end play. It's good to see. Good to see. Wakatipu wins the face-off. Cross-ice pass. Gets collected up. Tuig throws it down into the corner. Nelson collects it. They're cycling. Goes back down to Tuig. In the corner. She's got two defenders. Splits them beautifully. Quick pass. Oh, nobody there. And goal! Nelson and Tuig back and forth, and I believe Tuig got it in the end.
Some beautiful puck movement between those two there.
Remember, lads, she's single. So at 13:36 remaining in the first period, Wakatipu's tied it up, 1-1. Auckland wins the face-off. Patron passes it, now Bennett collects it. Gets through, takes it in, hand pass. So we're going to face off in neutral ice. Auckland wins the face-off into their own zone, knock it into neutral ice. Kemp knocks it in back into the zone. Weeks is pursuing. Goes behind the Auckland net. Patron's going to take it out. And Hollier gathers it at center ice, then broken up. Boniface will grab it in their own end, unable to get it out. Good play by Auckland, keeping it in the zone, and now it's finally pushed back. Auckland will start from their own end. Patron shot from center ice, goes wide. And Hollier digs it out. Now Weeks. Forward to Watts. Watts will get a shot knocked down by the defense, and now Auckland will pick it up. Pedrosa keeps it in, knocks it down into the corner. Auckland's going to pick it up again. Kept in, though, again by Helmrich. Shot wide, now wrapped around. Helmrich's going to try and keep it in again. Does a nice job. T gets a shot from the top of the circle, wrapped around. Watts is down in the corner, but played off by Patron. Thrown down. This could be icing. No, they've waved it off. Helmrich gathers behind her own net. Now Pedrosa's going to try bringing it out, wraps it around the boards. And Auckland doing a nice job keeping it in the zone. Boxing in beautifully. Helmrich start from behind her own net again.
Yeah, they are doing a great job along that blue line, just keeping the play in their zone alive, you know.
Yep, now Auckland, Zach Jones is going to take it in. Quick shot from center ice. Goalie blocks it, knocks it down. Hollier picks it up. Quick backhander. And a little bit of discombobulated play here from the Wild. They're definitely not settled. And now Auckland's taking advantage and pressing them. Offsides. So 11 minutes and 7 seconds left in the first period. Still tied at 1. Wakatipu wins the face-off. Levy is going to take it into the zone. Broken up nicely with a stick check, but kept in along the boards by Hollier. Keeps it in again, gets a quick shot away, down low, blocked by the goalie. Now down in the corner. They're fighting for it. Hollier again, right out in front. Just went wide. Now Liv, side of the circle. Beautiful stick. Puck sits out in front. Nobody can pull the trigger. It comes back to neutral ice. Hollier's going to have it. She's going to take it in, have a crack. Gets away from the defender. gets in there, unable to get a hard shot away, but Auckland digs it out. Fans on the shot, kicks it wide. It's kept in the zone. Beautiful play, beautiful. Bennett has it now. Left circle, quick shot. And it's caught by the goalie. We'll get a stoppage of play. So back to we're at the point, quick shot. In front, Kemp unable to get to it. Helmrich keeps it in nicely, dumps it back down into the corner. No one there from Wakatipu, so Auckland will be able to bring it out. Kicked into neutral ice, Orr picks it up. Dumps it back forward to Kemp. Weeks now takes it in. Weeks gets around one defender. Oh, fans on the shot. Comes back around, hopefully back to the point to Orr. Orr dumps it back behind the net. Patron's going to start out with it. Weeks keeping pressure on. And it's kicked into neutral ice. Kemp will dump it into the zone, and Wakatipu will take advantage, have a line change as it's collected by Auckland. Back to center ice. Helmrich will take it in. Good stick checking and defensive play there by Malari. It's kicked into neutral zone. And offsides.
I think Auckland's doing a good job of keeping control in their own zone, breaking out, getting those opportunities. But Wilder equally is good at breaking it in as well. So.
Yeah, it's been end to end. Now Hollier's going to get a quick shot, goes wide. Tries a centering pass, knocked back down. She gets it, and now Auckland will skate it out from the corner. Try to push it up. Watts keeps it in the zone nicely. Pedrosa brought it back into neutral ice, then dumps it in to the corner, keeps pressure on. Nice, good aggressive play there by Tuig. And Pedrosa knocks it forward. And now Murray, assistant captain for Auckland. Good hustle by Tuig. She's by herself, looking for some support. Had Nelson there, now Strain from the circle. Puck is loose in front, and they whistle it dead. That was good hustle on that play. Tuig started it off with forechecking, and the other players stepped up with Nelson, and then Strain getting the shot away.
Yeah, good strong forecheck there. You know, you keep doing things like that, keep working hard like that, you're going to get great results.
So Wakatipu wins the face-off, goes back to Nelson, top of the circle, shoots wide. Strain picks it up in the corner. Centering pass broken up nicely by Jones. And now Tuig goes down. No tripping call. And Wakatipu keeps it in nicely. Shot from the top of the slot. Goes wide. Strain has it down in the corner. Jones kicks it back up. Helmrich has it back at the point. Kick to the circle. Top of the slot. Tuig got a nice shot. Nelson now has it behind. Kicking it in front. Back to Orr at the point. Side circle. Goes up out of play. We'll get a stoppage of play. It's 7:27 left in the first period. Still tied, one apiece.
That was just great work by the Wild there, just cycling it up onto the point, putting it in down low, getting those shots, looking for the deflections. Yeah, textbook great offensive work there.
Yeah, level of play is definitely rising from yesterday. It's good to see. So Hollier keeps it in nicely, dumps it back in behind the net. Weeks has it. Patron's all over. Is that? Yep, Patron now takes it in. Quick shot from the side and a goal from neutral ice. She hits the upper right-hand corner.
That's just a nightmare for a goalie as well, because you're not expecting a player to shoot from there, and such a long dropping puck just makes it impossible to read.
Yep, got to be frustrating.
But you can't take anything away from that shot, you know. Shots on goal is the best way to score goals, really, isn't it?
Yeah, absolutely. So Jones will gather in her own zone. Throws it out, intercepted. Not. Now they pick it up again. And Auckland takes it in. But now Wakatipu's able to get it out. Hand pass. I thought she had a piece of it with her hand, but apparently not. And it's in neutral. Malari's going to bring it in. Gets past one defender. Splits the other. Quick shot. Wow, that one almost went over her shoulder.
Yeah, nice hands there to walk through 3 of the Wild players and get that shot away.
Yep, and Auckland is showing really good, strong, fast shots from back at the blue line. Auckland wins the face-off. Now Wakatipu picks it up. Hollier's going to take it back behind her own net. Bit of pressure on. It's kicked forward, kept in nicely by Auckland again. And now into neutral ice. Goes backwards. Watt's going to keep pressure on her. Patron's going to shoot again. High over the net. Boniface goes down to get it. Players falling over. Pedrosa's there. And Auckland wraps it around the wheel. And it gets to neutral ice. Patron almost had a shot on goal there. It got knocked down. Had it gotten to the goalie, would have been the intentional offsides. So Nelson picks it up in center ice. She has Tuig to her right. It's a 2-on-3. Now Tuig circles to the left. Nelson gets her own rebound, top of the circle. Good stick check. And Malari's in a foot race against Helmrich. Helmrich able to break it up. Now Tuig's going to take it in nicely. Bottom of the circle, quick shot goes wide. Strain has it down in the corner. Centering pass, nobody there. Murray's going to take it behind her net, circles back. Kicks it up to the side. Auckland still unable to clear. Good job by Nelson to stop it. And now Auckland will skate it out. Harrod kicks it down. This will be icing against the steal.
Wilder just doing a great job on that blue line, keeping the puck in Auckland's zone there. Like, Auckland had so many opportunities to try and clear that out then, and it just kept coming back in, getting those cycling, getting those opportunities. It's really good to see.
Yeah, it's going to take its toll as the game goes on, because as the players start to break out, they have to stop and change direction.
Yep.
And it'll take its toll as the game goes on. So Hollier will start in her own zone with it to Weeks. And a little bit of sloppy passing right now, but Bennett takes it up into the zone. She's got help to her left. Quick shot. Goal!
Oh.
Goal! Polly gets another one. Wonderful play, wonderful play. Good shot to the top shelf. And with 4:24 left in this first period, Wakatipu Wild come back and tie it up 2-2.
Yeah, that was a lovely snipe, that one. You could just see as she's cut in front of the net there, goalie's frozen. She's picked her corner, sniped it. Thanks for coming.
So Wakatipu, Pedrosa has it, but fans on their pass and is able to regather. Want to knock it into center ice. Watts almost gets there. Orr now gets beaten. Murray circles back, or that's Jones. Back to the point, wrap it around the wheel. Nobody there for Auckland or the Wild. It's going to be a foot race. Mallory keeps it in nicely. And Jones will start center ice. T puts pressure on, quick shot down low. They're really starting to test the goalie now from neutral ice and the blue line. So T's going to take it in to the zone. Over skates, good defense. Ooh. Is that Nelson down in the corner? And kicked into neutral ice. Nelson has it again. She's going to go in now. Splits two defenders. Quick shot. Hits an ankle. Never gets to goal. And now Mallory's going to skate it out. Good stick check. Breaks it up. Now we have Nelson. Oh. Just can't get the handle. Everybody's just over skating. Hollier, a nice job to Nelson. Nelson goes along the boards, hits the official. And kept in nicely by Tui, keeping the pressure on. So this will be icing against the Wild. Yeah, very broken play. That.
Yeah, I agree. It's yeah, just on the blue line there. You know, everyone was just trying to clump up a little bit too much and focus on trying to keep it in. Whereas, you know, should have just spread out a little bit. Yeah, given an opportunity to give someone's pass to and get those shots away. But again, it's very easy watching from up here.
Yeah, absolutely. So Auckland dumps it into the zone, into the Wakatipu zone. Picked up by, I think that's McDonald down in the corner. Hollier puts pressure on her. Kicked up, is that Kemp? Kemp can't get it out of the zone. Auckland does a nice job again. Weak shot on goal, but anything can happen. So we have 1 minute and 52 left in the first period. Auckland Steel 2, Wakatipu Wild 2.
Yeah, it's definitely been an action-packed first period, hasn't it?
Yeah, absolutely. It's been end-to-end play and very competitive game. So Helmrich will start behind her own net, loses control of it. Auckland now gets it in the corner, now bring it out. Bennett will pick it up, tries to clear it, and now finally does. Won't have enough legs to get icing. Now Patron will pick it up, start from behind her own net. Force it out, this could be icing. And it will be with 1 minute and 19 left in the first period. So we're going to have a face-off deep in the Steel zone. Auckland wins the face-off, but it comes back. Hollier is able to keep it into Nelson. Nelson dumps it into the corner. Patron throws it back. And it was hit in the air. Hollier tried to knock it back down with her hand and kicked it into the player bench.
Quite unlucky. It could have just as easily bounced into the ice instead of out.
Yep. So 1 minute and 6 left in the period. Neutral ice face-off. Wakatipu wins the face-off. Pedrosa throws it into the corner. 13 wraps it around the boards to Murray. Tuig then gets it out, tries to center it. Nelson has it back at the point. Knocks it down to Tuig down in the corner. She's going to bring it behind the net. Looking for someone out front. Pedrosa in front, shot wide. Nelson now picks it up. Top of the circle, shot goes wide. Still fighting for it down in the corner. Nelson recovers again, knocks it back to Hollier at the point. Top of the circle, quick shot. Kicked up and out of play. 27 seconds left in the first period. Yeah, Pedrosa had a beautiful opportunity in the slot there and just wasn't able to get a great shot away.
Oh, good. But, yeah, as we were saying earlier, you know, it comes from that hustle in the corners, you know, going in the corners, coming out with the puck.
So Wakatipu won the face-off. Nelson got a quick shot from the top of the circle. Orr now hits it behind the net. It's going to be dug out in the corner. Tried to kick up to the point. Auckland is able to get it out, and NZWIHL comes all the way back from forward, drops it, throws it backwards. And now Jones is going to get it with 5 seconds left. Going to get a quick shot here, and it's up into the boards with 1.6 seconds left in the first period. So definitely a different game than last night.
Bringing that outside the zone here.
Yeah, she shot it from neutral. And that should do it for the first period. Wow, what a good period of play. Auckland's definitely turned up for this one.
Absolutely, it's good to see.
At the end of first period, it's 2-2. Tied up. We're now going to have the Pee Wee League is going to come out and play. We've got the red and green team again.
Oh, yeah. So we've got there the Flash and the Green Lantern, I guess? Or the Hulk. The Hulk.
Yeah, it looks like the Hulk. So this is just a great opportunity for the Pee Wee League to get out, to get on the same ice as their idols. The idols set up on the blue line to keep the puck in play.
Yep. A lot of future Wakatipu Wild players in there. Sky City Stampede, and then probably you know, a year or two of Dunedin Thunder.
Yeah, when they go to university.
Yeah, when they go to university, and then you know, potentially up to Auckland, and you know, wherever life tends to take them.
Yep. Yeah, looking around the stadium, it's filled in nicely. Good crowd here tonight.
Really has.
It's great to see the women getting supported. And again, as this goes on, we're going to run through some of the sponsors for the Wakatipu Wild. Otautehi Tattoos in Queenstown, Golden Homes, Morrison's Irish Pub, The Locker Room, Little Flick Fireworks, Enigma Hockey, Queenstown Health, Industrial Fitness, The Film Crew, Bunker Street, Upholstery Workshop, and Sign It Signs. They also have other supporters that help them in many ways. More FM, Mountain Scene, and especially the Platinum Luxury Villas in Queenstown. They accommodate the out-of-town players for game weekends when the Wild have players that come in from around the country. And they need accommodation while they're here, especially in Queenstown at the moment. Accommodation's at a premium. And the Platinum Villas do an excellent job and are very generous with the villa that they provide. So in the Pee Wee League, it's a close game. And the Hulk are going to start in their own zone. And a goal!
I originally thought the Flash team was going to dominate this, but then Hulk just came through, clutch with a goal.
Here we go. Now Red's got a great shot. Goal! Ties it up.
There we go. Everyone's getting the Sally in there as well.
Oh, you gotta love it. Here we go. Now the Hulk's going to come down. Try a centering pass. Oh, brilliant. Flash trying to clear it. Can't get it out. Oh, centering pass. Two Hawk players fought each other. Goal!
Just tucked it through.
Hulk brought it from behind the net out front and then punched it in. Now Red's going to get a quick shot, goes wide. Pressure kept on. Good pass, centering pass, broken up by the Hulk. And a backhander. Now centering pass to Hulk, right out in front. And it's kicked wide. And shot wide, beautiful shot, just a little bit wide. So we have 50 seconds left in the Pee Wee game. Red might have an opportunity. Quick shot. Eaten up by Jordan. Hulk's going to get another opportunity here. Over skates with 25 seconds left. Oh, here we go. It's going to be a great opportunity here. Oh, beautiful move, but just shot wide. Centering pass. 5 seconds left. This is it. Get a shot. Broken up by Hulk, and that'll do it. Hulk wins. All right, we're going to take a break. We'll be back for the second period from Queenstown Ice Arena. Auckland Steel 2. Wakatipu Wild 2. Looking forward to the second period. All right, welcome back to Queenstown Ice Arena, where the Auckland Steels playing the Wakatipu Wild. End of the first period, 2-2.
Nice little break there. You got a little hot chocolate. I got a little ice cold Wanaka Beer Works beer.
We've got to take advantage of the facilities and what they have to offer.
Oh, absolutely. You can't beat coming into a great ice arena like this and drinking delicious local craft beer.
Absolutely.
And delicious hot chocolate.
Wakatipu, Kemp takes it into her own zone. Tries a centering pass, knocked back. Holly will collect it in her own zone. And she'll skate it forward, across center ice, into the zone, top of the circle, quick shot, knocked down, gets through, but weak, back to Boniface. And looks like might be icing. Yeah. And it's waved off. Weeks picks it up behind her own net. Oh, fans on the pass. Auckland keeps it in. Kicked out in front. Dangerous play here. Ooh.
Yeah, goalie made a big move there just to calm everything down, jumping out on that puck.
Yeah, Kimberly got a hold of it.
Give everyone a chance to reset.
So face off deep in the Wakatipu zone. Auckland wins the face off. Gets it back, but Strain is there to intercept the pass. Now kicked back in, delay offsides, they're clear. Ord digs it out in the corner, brings it behind her net, wraps it around the wheel to center ice. Murray has a chop at it, and now Nelson takes it. She's going to take it into the zone. She has two-ig to the side, high shot. Over the net, had a hole there, but couldn't get it in. And Auckland will bring it out.
Some good stick work by Auckland there in the middle with Kelly skating in there. It's definitely dangerous. You don't want her in front of the net like that unopposed.
Yeah, absolutely. Helmrich takes it into the zone. Murray tries a stick check. Patron gets it, tries to dig it out. T intercepts it. Nelson throws it toward the goal, and the goal will stop the play.
Again, it's always good. Cover it up, calm everything down, reset.
Yeah, settle the play. So we have a face-off deep in the steel zone. Auckland gets it. Jones going to start from behind, and this will be icing. Hollier collects it. Just a missed pass there.
Yeah, quite dangerous dishing it up through the middle there.
Yeah, it can be if it gets intercepted, especially if somebody like Nelson or even Hollier gets a hold of it. So Bedrosa wins the face-off, kicks it back, but nobody's there. Figgins takes it center ice, gives it to Hollier. Hollier's going to dump it into the zone, gets a big check from, I think that was Jones that hit her.
Yeah, I suppose the arm didn't go up there.
And once again, Jones throws it down the ice. This should be icing.
This is a good opportunity for Wakatipu here to capitalise on a very tired Auckland Steel line that's currently out there.
Yep, they've put the second line in with Kemp, Weeks, Bennett, Helmrich, and Orr. Beautiful. Weeks wins the face-off, goes to Kemp. Kemp shoots high and wide. Orr keeps it in. And now Auckland, nobody putting pressure, and kicks it across ice. No icing, it's waved off. So Helmrich brings it out from behind her own net into the neutral zone. Everybody's looking good. Stick check there from Mallory. She takes it back into the zone, shot from top of the circle, and it's smothered by Kimberly. So the number one line will be coming out now for the Wild. Hollier, Nelson, Boniface, Tuig, and Strain. Auckland wins the face-off. Top of the slot, Patron gets a good shot away, but knocked down. Hollier has it behind her goal. Kicks it up to Strain. Strain kicks it into neutral. Nelson takes it across center ice. Into the steel zone. Bottom of the circle, gets a shot, goes high. Hollier's going to dig it out. Kicked back. Tuig now has it, top of the circle. Quick shot. Blocked out, and Auckland actually gets a shot on goal with Mallory putting pressure on. So Kimberly covers it up. We'll get a stoppage of play and a face-off in the Wakatipu zone. We have 16:39 left in the second period. Score is still tied at 2. Wakatipu wins the face-off. Helmrich has it behind, kicks it up to Tuig, to Nelson. And Petroni breaks it up. Strain now has it, center ice, kicks it back to Orr. Orr will start in her own end. Works it around the wheel, doesn't quite make it. Helmrich gathers, centering pass. Oh, beautiful opportunity there by Auckland, just unable to pull the trigger. Now Patron has another big shot from center ice.
Bit of miscommunication from the Wild there. You know, dropping those passes around behind. Started with that awkward bounce off the backboards there.
Yep. Yeah, a little bit sloppy, but still early in the season. So now Pedrosa has it center ice to Tuig. Tuig splits the defenders. Her stick is held up. We're going to get a penalty here for holding.
There we go. First penalty of the night too.
So for Auckland Steel, number 22, Emma Thorne. She's going to be 2 minutes for holding at 15:33 of the second period. Wild will have an opportunity to jump on this. They have Kemp, Weeks, Tuig, Nelson, and Hollier. Wakatipu wins the face-off. Kick it back in. Weeks has it down back to the point, and nobody is there. A little miscommunication. Kemp was unable to get there. Hollier now races down to get it. Jones keeping good pressure on. Forward pass to Nelson. Nelson goes around the defender, down into the corner, has Tuig in front. Goes behind the net, nobody in the slot. Hollier now brings it from behind the net, centering pass, goes through the mouth, nothing happens. Kemp has it back at the point. Now Tuig drops it back for Kemp. Kemp's going to get a shot from the circle, goes wide. Hollier will pick it up at the other point, skates it down into the corner, drops it off for Nelson, but good defensive play there by Jones. And Auckland is able to shoot it down the length of the ice. The goalie didn't come out for that when Mallory was all alone. So Tuig will start from behind her own net. Sloppy pass out to Nelson. Center ice, has Kemp in front of her. She'll wait for her to pass. Nelson down, centering pass, nobody there, and the goalie will tie it up. So there's 40 seconds left on the power play. 14-13 left in the second period. The score is still tied 2 apiece.
Yeah, it's a good start from the Wild power play, but I think we just need to see a little bit more aggression. You know, when they get possession of that puck, they really need to, you know, cycle it around, get the opportunities.
Wow, that was an awkward bounce right in front of the net. Goalie just tied it up.
That's what you want to see, though. You know, you go to the net, good things happen.
Yep. So it looks like Auckland won the face-off. Try and get it out. Helmrich keeps it at the point. Shoots it wide. It's going to wrap around. Orr's going to get it. Now Patron has good stick work and is able to knock it down. Sloppy pass. And Tunnicliffe, 10, intercepts it, dumps it into the zone, and the penalty is over. Back to full strength. Pedrosa has it. And dumps it forward, kicked around, hits the official, Strain working for it. And now Helmrich has it back in her own zone. Is going to take it behind her own net. Start out, pressure on, up to Bennett. Bennett will skate it past. Now Nelson picks up the broken pass, has Kemp to her left, top of the slot, shot goes wide. Kemp's in there to gather it next to the circle, wraps it around the wheel. Patron's going to be there. This is going to be icing. If it's not on goal, it's on goal. Waved off. Hollier's going to collect it up in the corner. Kicks it up off the boards to Nelson. Nelson's going to have a clear run. Jones going in. Oh no, sorry, that was Tuig. Auckland kicks it down. This should be icing.
That was great, great work by Auckland there on that PK. They did a really, really good job of closing the Wild down there.
Yeah, absolutely. They were Wild was never really able to set up the box and get it.
Aggressive on the forecheck as well, you know, getting up there, you know, making it difficult for them to, you know, get started, break it out of their zone, and yeah, get some opportunities.
So Auckland tries to get it out. Boniface was a little bit back for that one. She tried to keep it in, but didn't punch it back into the zone until it had cleared the blue line, committing an offside. So 12:19 left in the second period. And Wakatipu wins the face-off, kicks it in. And now Jones is able to backhand it up to Malari, but can't get a handle of it. Good aggressive play by Tunnicliffe. Hollier tries to kick it out, just gets it into neutral ice. Malari takes it in, dumps it down. Kept in nicely again by Auckland, boxing in beautifully. Weeks in the corner fighting for it. Is that Pedrosa? Or Watts heading off, pass goes right by her. Jones is able to dump it into the zone. Helmrich gets to it, kicks it up to T. T's going to knock it into the zone. She pops out. Pedrosa comes in. Bennett's putting pressure on. And they're able to clear it. Malari hits the line spin and is able to dump it into the zone. Auckland will have a line change. And the Wild will start from behind their own net. Hollier fans on the shot. And it's unable to clear. So Hollier have another crack at it. She skates out from behind her own net. Pass too far. Patron again shoots from almost her own blue line. On net, Figgins has it across center ice. Throws it down to the corner, gets her own pass. Throws it around the back to Bennett. Bennett's stick gets caught up in the boards. And Hollier hits it back to Figgins. Figgins going to put it forward to Strain. Strain takes it in, gets behind the defender. Centering pass. Weren't able to punch it in, but great opportunity there. Hollier now has it back. Pedrosa covering the point, and it gets back to neutral ice. And Hollier kicks it across ice to Orr. Orr kicks it in. Kemp comes out of the box. And there, this will be icing against the steel. So Auckland's going to be tired out there. Hopefully the Wild can take advantage of that. It's 9:50 left in the second period. We're tied at 2.
You can see that first line's come out now, so they'll definitely be hoping to capitalise, you know, box them in a little bit, make them work, tire them out, get those opportunities.
So Wakatipu wins the face-off.
Goal! Just like that.
Nelson got it at the top of the circle, put a shot in. Tuig was in front, was able to capitalize for her second goal of the evening with 9:45 left in the first period. Remember, guys, Tuig is single. So Orr dumps it forward. And it's broken up and comes back to Orr. She takes it in her own zone. She's going to wrap it around the wheel. Kemp will pick it up on the other side. And Auckland doing a nice job once again, keeping it in the zone. Helmrich will start from behind her own net, intercepted. And a beautiful opportunity there, pass across the net, but we're unable to pull the trigger. Nelson kicks it wide. Now it's going to be a foot race. Tuig against 23. Tuig is going to get there, get a shot away. Oh, centering pass and a goal! Nelson! Beautiful hustle by Tuig. Came around, thought she was going to give a reach around, saw Nelson out front, put a centering pass. Nelson was able to take advantage, lift it above the goaltender.
That was just great hustle there to chase that puck down, bring around the net, head up, make that pass. Great opportunity. Nelson's going to bury that 95% of the time.
Yep. That's good. They're starting to fire on all cylinders. So 9:05, the goal was scored. It's now 4-2. Wakatipu Wild leads.
That line is going to be deadly for the Wild this year.
Yeah, shame that Lova has had an injury, because that would have been a monster. So Patron has it. Excuse me. So Patron had a nice shot there, but again, felt a little bit like a broken play.
Very much so.
Auckland wins the face-off, dumps it down into the corner. Seven's going to dig it out. Tries a centering pass, hits the side of the net, goes straight up in the air. Boniface tried to hit Watts. Now Hansen takes it in. She's got person wide. Pass is intercepted. Boniface backhander tries to clear it, can't. Malari goes down after getting hit. T goes in to dig it out. She dumps it back behind the net. Oh no, intercepted beautifully by Auckland. Now this is tipped. They're going to wave off the icing. Wakatipu will take advantage, do a line change. Pedrosa intercepts the oh no. Thought she intercepted it. Bennett's now collects it in neutral ice. She gets past two defenders, get past the third. Here she goes. I thought she was going to get the second one of the evening. But she was bettered by the goalie, and we get a stoppage of play. It's 7:47 left in the second period.
Yeah, that was a great move there by the Auckland goalie to close that down. You know.
Yeah, dangerous when you have somebody in front of you unobstructed with a shot.
Absolutely.
So Pedrosa won the face-off, but kicks it forward. Auckland now gathers behind their own net, kicks it up to the side, gets into neutral ice. Knocked backwards, and now it's thrown down. This should be icing. So Wakatipu Wild are going to put out Kemp, Nelson, Tuig, keep out Orr, and Helmrich. So they're going to try and take advantage of the tired players that are on the ice. Nelson wins back to Kemp. They're fighting for it in front of the net. Quick shot, but knocked down. Patron has it. She gets rid of it, sends it down. It's going to be on goal, so it won't be icing. Auckland not taking advantage and doing a line change. Helmrich digs it out, kept in nicely. Nelson grabs it out of the air, gets it in the neutral ice. Helmrich now dumps it forward. Too far for Kemp. Kemp does a nice job, gets past side of the circle, going to get a shot. Good defensive play there. And they're fighting for it behind the net. It kicks out, Mallory gets to it. And she's going to take it into the zone. Auckland's going to do a line change. And Joan picks it up at the other side. She tries a quick shot, goes wide and up in the air. It's going to be gathered up by Figgins, gets out to Kemp. Kemp kicks it forward. Tuig is going to keep pressure on Jones. And now Pye knocks it backwards. Weeks pushes it back to Hollier. Hollier puts it forward a little bit too far. This is going to be icing against the Wild. So 6 minutes and 11 seconds left in the second period. Wakatipu Wild lead 4-2.
Yeah, there's no quit from that Auckland team, though. They are still going strong. They know they're still in this game.
Yeah, absolutely. And even last night I was impressed that they were down by 4 points and they never got frustrated. They didn't get chippy. They showed a lot of character. So Hollier's going to bring it out from behind her own net. Pressure's on her. She skates wide, side of the circle. Intercepted beautifully by Mallory. Quick shot low. Blocked, kicked across. Watts tries to clear it. Figgins picks it up. She's getting hassled, gets across the ice into the zone. Weak shot goes on goal, and the goalie jumps on it to get a stoppage of play with 5:40 left in the second period. It's good pace of play going end to end. You got to also keep in mind that I believe Auckland has 3 of the Ice Ferns that are not currently playing due to unavailability or injuries. So Orr kicks it into neutral ice. A nice pass. Patron's going to get a quick shot, goes wide, wraps around the board. 16 tries to center it though, kept in. Dumped now with the side of the net. Oh, took a funny bounce off the boards. Stoppage of play as Kimberly ties it up. So we have a defensive change now coming in, Boniface and Hollier. Wakatipu wins the face-off. Boniface has it, wraps it around the boards. And now it's kicked up the side. Pedrosa's going to get it into neutral ice. This could be icing. Yep, it will be. Patron gets there first.
Now, Auckland are doing a really, really good job in the Wild's defensive zone there. You know, they're not giving the Wild the opportunity to break out. They're playing really, really good man-on-man to not give them the opportunity to get that puck out of the zone.
Yeah, it's like a full court press in basketball. Keep the pressure on, don't let them breathe. So absolutely. Auckland won the face-off, got a shot, went down. This could be icing again. No, they've waved it off. Jones gathers from behind her own net. Oh no, that'll be delayed offsides. Yeah, yeah, Strain's upset with herself because there was a clear indication that there was a delay offsides. Strain interfered with the play, so it will be an intentional offsides, which then moves the face-off deep into the Wakatipu end. Nelson wins the face-off. Orr knocks it around the boards to Kemp. Kemp throws it forward to Nelson. She gets past Jones. Beautiful play here. Tuig in the front, the back is score! Tuig gets a hat trick, I believe. Yes, a hat trick for the Minnesota import.
That, as I said before, that line is going to be deadly for Wild this year.
Yeah, the way that Nelson and Tui.
Look at the pace they break into the zone with there. Great passing.
Yeah, they're feeding off each other.
Well and
you know,
truly.
The parts are greater than the sum.
Kindred Minnesotan spirits.
Now Tui keeping pressure again. Nice, gets it from behind the net. Centering pass, kicks it out. Kemp had a turnaround shot. Nelson putting pressure on. She's feeding it, centering pass. Oh, almost had another one. A beautiful centering pass to Tuig, or no, to Kemp.
Oh,
and
Kemp there.
And the goalie came up huge on that one. Kudos to the goalie. 4 minutes and 5 seconds left in the second period. Wakatipu leading 5-2. Wakatipu thought they won the face-off, but Patron's able to pick it up. Skates it, now is going to get a quick shot. Unobstructed, and Kimberly catches it. There'll be a stoppage of play. Yeah, just like last night, the score isn't really reflecting how close the game is.
No, absolutely not. Auckland are really putting the boots on here and going to work.
Wakatipu wins the face-off. Harley is going to skate it out of her own end. Side of the circle. She's going to wrap it around the boards. Patron breaks it up, gets it out.
That was great.
15 hits it the wrong way, and
there's great pace for both Patron, follow around the net there. Not try and press her and get beaten. Just taking her time. She wasn't in a good shooting position.
Yeah, Figgins pushes it up to Watts. And now Weeks gets it back. Broken up, thrown forward by T. Into the zone. Wakatipu will do a line change. Bennett's out, Strain's out. Weeks still out. Here we have an opportunity for Auckland. They get in. McDonald pushes it wide. Wraps around the boards. Hollier's going to skate it out. Pass one player, pass two to Pedrosa. Pedrosa kicks it forward. Jones turns around, is able to evade Pedrosa, throws it forward. This could be icing if it has enough legs, but it might not get there, and it does. Yeah, as I was saying before, the Auckland Steel are missing 3 of Ice Firm players that are out.
Yeah, that's never a good thing when you've got some key players missing in your lineup like that. You have to change all your lines around. Makes a big difference.
Yeah, absolutely. Plus, there's usually a lot of leadership with some of those senior players.
Absolutely.
So Jones has it at half ice, tries to split the defenders. Knocks one down, can't get through. Mallory's going to take it. Gets through a defender. It's behind the net, centering pass, nobody there. And Bennett keeps pressure on. Is that Murray? And kept in nicely by Pedrosa. Across to Strain. 13 wraps it round the wheel. Nelson comes in now. She's going to take it down into the corner. Behind the net, looking to center. Nobody there. Trying to cycle with Tuig. Tuig now has it, top of the circle. She drives in, gets broken up. Back to Helmrich. Helmrich gets a quick shot. Almost through. Hit a defender. Right out front. Nelson in front to Kemp. And the goalie is able to tie it up. We'll have a stoppage of play here. 1:21 left in the second period. Wakatipu leading 5-2. Geez, you get a line on Auckland for Murray, Patron, Jones, and Mallory. That's a strong line too.
Very much so, yeah.
So Wakatipu wins the face-off. Hollier drops it off to Nelson. Broken up nicely by Patron, who's able to wrap it around, tries to get it out. Hollier gets back, but puck skips over her step. Now Patron's going to get a shot here, top of the slot. Oh, right on goal. Wow, she's a dangerous player to have coming there.
Great job just to muscle it through there. Absolutely.
So Auckland's gone back to their starting line here, I believe, to try and take advantage. 55 seconds left. So Helmrich's going to take it behind her own net. She's going to start out. She passes up to Weeks. Weeks kicks it forward. It's going to be a foot race with Pye. Weeks actually gets there. A little Energizer bunny. She never stops. And Weeks has it center ice, dumps it back in. Jones picks it up in her own end. Cross ice pass. And Wakatipu's able to start it out. Watts now has it. She passes it to T. T's in pursuit. Jones is going to gather it. Jones is a strong player, but Auckland unable to clear so far. Jones is going to try now. Cross ice pass. Oh, beautiful interception, but Tui unable to pull the handle. Mallory now has it going the other way. And that's the end of the second period. Wow, Auckland had a beautiful opportunity coming up there, but that'll bring an end to the second period. It's Wakatipu Wild lead 5-2. We're going to take a 5-minute break for 10 minutes, and we'll see you back here in 15. Queenstown Ice Arena, Auckland Steel versus Wakatipu Wild. Let's try and run through the shout outs for the sponsors and supporters of the Wakatipu Wild. Supporters are More FM, Mountain Scene, and of course the Platinum Luxury Villas in Queenstown. They put up the out-of-town players that come and play for the Wild. We also have Sign It Signs, Upholstery Workshop, Bunker Street Film Company, Industrial Fitness, Queenstown Health, Enigma Hockey, Little Flick Fireworks, The Locker Room, Morrison's Irish Pub, Golden Homes, and Atatahi Tattoos, Queenstown. So Auckland wins the face-off. Dump it into the zone, too far for their forward. And it's back to Nelson. Hit across ice, just a little bit too far for Hollier. She's going to gather it up in her own zone. Gives it back to Boniface, who's unable to clear it out of the zone. Seven keeps it in, wraps it down. Mallory gets it behind the net. Turns around, tries to give a reach. A wrap around, and Tuig's going to skate out with it. Cross center ice, cross to Kemp. Kemp back to Nelson. Nelson, top of the circle, shoots wide. And Helmrich goes in to keep it in. Nice job keeping it in the zone. Jones is over there fighting, kicks it across behind the net. Pedrosa picks it up, pushes it back behind the net. Nobody there as Wakatipu doing a line change. And Auckland will start from behind their own net now. Bennett comes out into the game. And it's pushed into center ice where Hollier is going to cross ice, going to take it into the zone. Gets past one defender, trying to get around Jones. Jones has her hands all over her, but she skates around. Gets a shot away from the circle, and it goes just wide. Auckland tries to clear, fans on the shot, puts it back to the middle, and is able to get into neutral ice. Oh, Helmrich was able to push it into the zone. Stays back at the point, but had a seagull hanging back. Malari has it now down in the corner. Good pressure by Helmrich, but she's spinning away from her. Going to come right out in front, tries to stuff it. Isn't able to get it there. Blocked by the goalie. Helmrich kicks it around the wheel. And now Weeks pushes in, gets past. Has it down in the corner, has some help out front. Centering pass, broken up nicely by Patron. And now Hollier breaks it up. Murray has it. And Watts is able to kick it into neutral ice. Backhands it across the ice. T will be in pursuit to put some pressure on. Weeks has it, pushes through. And now back to T. Backhands it into the zone. Patron will take it from her own end. Pass ice, cross ice pass doesn't get there, but keeps it in the zone. This is going to be a turnaround shot, not broken up nicely by Weeks coming across. She now kicks it behind the net to Hollier. Hollier has pressure, able to get around one person. Out to Tuig at center ice. She's going to kick it forward to Nelson. Nelson 1-on-2, top of the, just past the blue line. Got it in, the puck's in behind it, a goal! Nelson! A good pass there by Tuig, I believe, and then Nelson able to get her own rebound. Bounces around, was able to kick it free, and then was able to punch it in the goal. So 16:46 of the third period. Is that Nelson's second or third? I think her second. Wakatipu leads 6-2. So Wakatipu wins the face-off, back to Orr in her own zone. 27 keeps pressure on. Back to 23, kick it into neutral zone. And Jones will have it, tries to dump it. Gets broken up. Good stick check there by Orr. kicks it back into neutral ice. And now Nelson has it, kicks it up to Tuig. Tuig, top of the circle, cross ice pass, broken up nicely. Otherwise, that would have been an unobstructed shot. Opposite side, Ord now brings it behind her net. Something's on the ice over there. And now Nelson will take it out. She has Tuig to her right, who's crashing onto the net. Beautiful, and a goal! Beautiful pass in front of the net to Tuig, and Tuig on fire, gets her 4th. Holy cow. Her dad has to be proud as punch, even though he is a Vikings fan.
Yeah, the Wild are really capitalising on having that momentum now, coming straight out of the gates. 2 quick goals. You know, really pulling away from that Auckland team now.
Yeah, it's unbelievable. It's very close. Auckland in some ways is outplaying them, but then the Wild will get a fast break, and they're taking advantage of a lot of them.
Absolutely.
So once again, just like last night, the score does not reflect how close the game is.
Yeah, nor does it reflect upon the Auckland goalie, who's doing an absolutely marvellous job down there. But against some, you know, stiff competition from that first line from the Wild.
Yeah, plus it's tough when you get cross-ice stuff. You have a good shooter on your right side, and they pass it to an equally good shooter on the left side.
Exactly. You've almost got to guess which way it's going to go.
Yep.
You know, you can't guess right every time.
So this is going to be icing against the Wild. So Auckland might be able to take advantage here. Yeah, I'm really impressed with Patron's shooting tonight. She was a bit reserved last night, but she's really opened up tonight.
Yeah, been getting some great opportunities down there.
Oh, beautiful. Auckland wins back to the point. Top of the slot and goal! Patron shoots it. Rebound bounces out, and I believe Malari was able to clean it up.
It's those hockey fundamentals right there. You know, get a good shot from the point.
You get an assist with the rebound. Yeah.
Exactly, having someone sitting on the pads there. Again, go to the net, good things happen.
Yeah, pass off pads. So 15:23 left in the third period. Steele comes back 3-7. Wakatipu wins the face-off. Helmrich takes it in, skates it behind her own net. It's going to start out. Good pressure again from Auckland. Kicked out, Pye's going to pursue it. T is on top of her. They go into the corner, pile up, 3 players. Weeks. And Helmrich does a good job keeping it in. Wraps it around. Watts is going to keep it in again. Cross ice pass, other circle. Quick shot. No, knocked down. Oh, there's holding going on. Holy cow. T's stick was tied up by number 14 from Auckland, and there was no call. So Auckland now brings it out. Is that Jones? Takes it into the corner and tied up. Centering pass, but Nelson picks it up at the side of the net. Skates it out, forward pass, bit too far. This will be icing.
There's another good opportunity for the Auckland Steel here as well. You know, caught that first line out. They've been out there for a while now.
Yep, Auckland wins the pass. Back to Jones. Jones kicked his side of the net. Wow, beautiful low angle shot. Comes out, and now Tuig's going to skate it out. Against Harold, gets around Harold. Offside shot, just goes slightly wide. Gets her own rebound behind the net. Centering pass, out in front. It's just sitting there. Goal! A 5th goal by Tuig. Unbelievable.
There's great tenacity there from the Wild to just be in front of the net, pick up those scrappy pucks. But quite unlucky on the Auckland Steel goalie side as well. Just popped that little bit out of reach for her.
Yeah, it definitely would be frustrating being there, but 13:50 left in the third period, and it'll be 8-3.
Yeah, you really need your defense there, cleaning up those loose pucks in that situation.
Yeah, absolutely. Shout out to Ricky Lee McLean, who's wasn't able to make this trip, and she might have been clearing house down there. So Nelson has the puck cross center ice. She takes it in, has Kemp to her left. Big hit by Jones. And now Auckland comes back 3-on-3. Murray takes it across, kick back into center ice. Jones gathers, kicks it forward. Murray tips it down into the corner. Holly will start from her own, behind her own net, circles back around behind the net. And now will work her way out. Malloy keeping good pressure on her, out to, I believe that was Kemp, to Pedrosa. Pedrosa's going to take it, kicks it back. And now Figgins is going to skate it across in front of her net. She loses her footing. Strain is able to get it into neutral ice. And that was a delayed offsides.
Yeah, Auckland's still got that tenacity there. You know, they're not sitting back on their heels, and yeah, they're really still taking it to the wild.
Yeah, they're still playing like it's a one-point game, which is wonderful to see. Great for the sport. Shows a lot of character on their part. Now Patron will gather in her own behind her net. Looks like she was going to try and take a shot on goal with that. Or keeps it in. Hits it off Watts, wraps around the board. T's going to gather it in the opposite corner. Centering pass, nobody there. Back to neutral ice. Picked up by Orr. Orr kicks it forward to Watts. Watts takes it into the zone, a little bit too far. Bounces off her leg, unable to get there, gets taken out of the play. Wow.
Yep, still continue to play it all the way down though. Definitely wasn't giving up. It's a great opportunity.
Yeah, no, that was great. But as you were saying with Auckland, they're playing this game not like they're losing, just they're running out of time.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
So Watts is going to stay out there now. Face off deep in the Steele zone. Steele wins the face off. Jones gathers it, brings it out in front of her net, cross center ice. Dumps it into the zone. Weeks is staying on her. Helmrich wraps it around the boards to Watts. Watts backhands it. Weeks knocks it into center ice. Backhand to Mallory. And out to T. Jones puts pressure on. Jones playing a very physical game tonight. Completely different than how she played last night. Nelson now has it. Left side of the circle. Centering pass. Oh, beautiful play. And kicked around. And Tuig and Nelson, neither one was able to capitalize. Keeping the pressure on, and that's going to... Hollier wisely holds it off as Nelson hadn't cleared the zone yet. Murray now tries to clear it out. Kemp kicks it forward. Patron knocks it back. And now Tuig takes it into the zone again, has Nelson giving support in the slot. Good defensive play by Patron. Kicks it forward. Boniface collects it. Kicks it forward to Kemp. Kemp backhander to Nelson. Nelson tries to get across to Tuig. Kemp comes back, gathers it up, bottom of the circle, into the corner. Patron putting pressure on, breaks it up nicely. And now Tuig tries to bring it out. Hollier didn't see that till late, wasn't able to get there. She circles back. Now she's going to take it in, cross the blue line. Has Pedrosa with help. Patron puts her into the boards. She loses the puck, wraps it around. It goes to Boniface on the other side, who keeps it in. And now kicks all the way back. This could be icing. And it's waved off. Hollier has it behind the net. Good pressure from Auckland again. Keeping the pressure on. Outlet pass to Bennett. Bennett's up the side. Being handled by Davidson. Gets through 2 defenders. Joan puts her into the boards, and Joan comes away with the puck. Skates it out, has support forward. Passes to, I believe, McDonald, tips it forward, goes behind the net. And this will be icing against the Wild. If Jones can get there. Yep. Good continuous play there. 9:36 left in the third period. Wakatipu Wild leading 8-3. So Mallory and Jones out there. So they win back to 23. Awkward, wow. That was just like a knuckleball going through the air, and then it dropped away at the last minute. The goalie had a problem smothering it.
As a goalie, that's the worst kind of shot you want to see, is do not know what it's going to do.
And they're going to try and do a duplicate here if Mallory can win this face-off. Back to Lalonde or to Jones.
This is a great opportunity for the Steel to capitalize here. You know, you've got a very tired Stampede line out there.
Yep, back to Jones. Jones, quick shot. Bounces around. Jones gets her own rebound. Kicks it up in the air. Out of play.
They may have been tired, but they still had some great defense there to block up that lane there.
So they try again. Mallory wins the face-off. Side of the circle, dumps it back behind the net. Nobody there, Figgins gathers. Tries to kick it forward. It got to T, over to Patron. Patron to Murray. She falls over. Hollier gathers behind her own net. Starts to skate out. Again, it's like a full court press. Auckland keeping the pressure on. Not giving them any room. Puck's kept down. Wakatipu does a line change. Watts is in there. Now Patron has it. She kicks it across ice. Wow, she recovered that. Great effort on her part to dive to make sure she knocks it out of the zone. We have delayed offsides. Now they're clear. And Auckland will start behind their own net. Patron kicks it, takes a funny bounce off the boards, but picked up by Auckland. Auckland takes it into the zone. Helmrich all over her, not giving her any space. Tuig now starts out from behind her own net. Gets past one Auckland player, forward to Nelson. Collision with Jones, but goes in clean. Kemp gets a shot, goes wide. They try and kick it out. Captain, no, now back into Hollier. Hollier up to Tuig. No, Kemp, sorry. And the tiny left forward to, and now Pedrosa has it. Big fight with Jones, both physical players. Now Davison picks it up. And Bennett comes away with it. It's top of the circle, going to get a shot, goes high and wide. Picked up by Strain down in the corner, tries a centering pass, deflects off a skate, goes behind the net. Murray picks it up right to the side of the net, goes back behind the net, kicks it up to Mallory, but Hollier's able to keep it in. Then Bennett's tried to keep it in, but was unable. Murray now has it to Mallory. Good skills there, but broken up nicely. I think that's Boniface. She's going to skate it forward into the zone, but Auckland's able to dump it back into the Wakatipu zone. Hollier will start from behind her own net. Mallory keeping the pressure on. Pass goes to Watts, just gets out of the zone. And now Patron's going to get in. Dangerous play. Woo. That's one player I wouldn't want to have an open shot from there.
Absolutely not.
So 6:32 left in the third period. Wakatipu Wild still leading 8-3. So Mallory with Patron in the top of the slot. And the puck goes back to her. It's not clean. She has a turnaround shot. Gets knocked down by the Wakatipu defender. Helmrich takes it across center ice. She has Weeks to drop to. Dumps it in behind the net. Patron's going to pick it up. She has nobody on. Weeks goes forward to try and harass her. Helmrich kicks it off the netting. Patron picks up the pass. And now it's kicked back. Lalonde, and now Patron will start in her own zone. Throws it down. This could be icing if it has enough legs. Don't know why they waved that one off. So Orr has it behind the net. Kicks to the side. Kemp now has it, centering. But isn't able to clear the zone. Mallory now has it down in the corner. Kicks it back behind the net. Nobody there. Goes cross ice, and Auckland player is able to get to it. Now Nelson gets there. She gets around one player. Now Tui gets past the other. So Nelson has the side of the circle. Jones comes back and is able to break it up. Good play by Jones. Now 23 kicks it down into neutral ice. Collier falls down. Figgins kicks it into neutral. Jones brings it in. He's going to get a shot from the top of the circle. Knocked down but kept in the zone. Collier will collect it behind the red line. Wraps it round the wheel. Kemp's on the other side. She kicks it into neutral to Nelson, but Jones is there. Tuig now breaks it up. Nelson kicks it in. They're going to say no icing on that. Wakatipu will do a line change. And Steele will start from behind their own goal line to Patron. Tried to get it across to McDonald, but Bennett was able to break it up. Now it goes out of play into the Wakatipu bench. 4:21 left in the third period.
Great sequence of play there. No stoppages, just back and forward. Good, hard, quality hockey. What do you want to say?
Yeah, it's been a great weekend of hockey. So Wakatipu gets the face-off, kicks it into the zone. Patron has it in her own zone, clears it. Now they're going to call icing. Yes. Remember, we have hybrid icing, so if it's a race to the puck, they call it at the hash mark or the face-off circle, and a tie goes to the defense. So there's going to be a face-off deep in the Auckland zone. Pedrosa fighting for it. Patron comes in and steals it. Takes it behind her own net. Wraps it backwards to Murray. Murray has it down in the corner. Pedrosa keeping good pressure on her. Throws it back to the point. Gets past Bennett. Orr is able to get to it. Wraps it around the boards. Patron will start out at the other side. Kicks it forward to McDonald. Intercepted by Helmrich. Murray picks it up. Now back to Patron. Patron's going to take it into the zone, turns around, stops suddenly, might get a shot here. She does, goes wide. And they're able to knock it out. We're going to have a delayed offsides. No, it clears the zone. Jones will take it in her own end, bring it out. Weeks is on her quickly. Mallory. And now Weeks starts out. Cross center ice. Jones almost puts her into the boards. Bit of scuffle there. Jones seems to be getting a little bit frustrated, I think, now. So Watts has it. She's going to cross ice. Nah, offsides. Yeah, TA's offsides by a mile there, but she knew it. Couldn't get back quick enough. So just over 3 minutes left in the third period. 8-3, Wakatipu Wild leading Auckland Steel. Neutral ice face-off. So Jones gets it in her own end. Good skills here. Kicks off. Nelson was able to pick her Jones's pocket, and Jones kept hold of her stick. So now Boniface shoots it up to Tuig. Tuig takes it into the zone, wraps it around Patron behind the net. Nelson kept good pressure. Tuig gets to it behind the net. Backwards to Nelson. Nelson and Patron go at it. Patron comes away with the puck and starts out into neutral ice, but intercepted. Tuig now picks it up, turns the defender around, circles back, is going to drop it into Hollier. Hollier, bottom of the circle, going to get a quick shot. Pass went across through the crease. Through the crease, and Nelson just unable to pull the trigger. This may be a high stick against Davidson, number 5 for Auckland Steel, with 2 minutes and 7 seconds left in the final period. The Wakatipu Wild will have a power play. So it looks like Lalonde, McDonald, Murray, and Jones out for the steal. Wakatipu won the face-off. Strain got it, back to Orr at the point. Bottom of circle, quick shot, went wide. And Bennett's unable to keep it in. Helmrich wasn't at the point. Orr now tries to kick it forward, broken up nicely by McDonald. But Strain's able to get in to the zone, centering pass, and kicked out nicely into neutral ice. So now Pedrosa takes it, tries to get a quick shot, knocked down by Murray. Jones has it behind the net, kicks it out, and is able to throw it down the ice. With minute 24 left in the third period. Yeah, once again, Auckland keeping the pressure on, even shorthanded. Tries to get it out, unable. Good play by Jones. Good play, keeping it in the zone, around the boards to Watts. Watts tries to hit it out, couldn't get much on it. Now Bennett is going to have it. Kicked out, Watts now picks it up. Going in, and it's going to get kicked back into neutral. Malari takes it into her own zone, now starts out, it's a foot race. She's trying to split, quick shot, funny bounce off the board. She gets her own rebound, and it kicks into center ice. Now Weeks is going to go against Pye. Pye's able to knock it forward. Hollier now starts out, 35 seconds left in the third period. Hollier takes it into the zone, but it gets kicked back to neutral ice. Figgins now has it. Figgins holds up, gets a quick shot away. Awkward bounce on the goalie. And we'll get a stoppage of play with 19 and a half seconds left in the third period. So with just under 20 seconds left, face off deep in the Auckland Steel zone. Tuig wins the face-off across to Kemp. Quick shot. Puck is still free. Tries to wrap around. Back to Hollier. Hollier dumps it behind the net to Nelson in the corner. Bounces around. Hollier backhander goes wide. Kemp picks it up behind the net. Patron tying her up, and that'll do it.
That was a great game.
Yeah, good result, good result. Now, I'm not a fortune teller, but I've got to have money on Tuig getting the MVP with 5 goals.
It's a great weekend for her.
Wow, welcome to New Zealand.
Well and truly.
You know?
Well and truly.
She's going to fit in. Yeah, if she can just find a good Kiwi bloke, we could keep her here. Now, a great weekend of hockey.
Absolutely.
I'll tell you what, when Auckland's full strength, when both teams have had more experience, this is going to make for an awesome finals. Weekend. You can see it already.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I would think for Auckland, maybe Patron, MVP. What do you think?
Trying, yeah.
Yep, Patron got MVP for the Auckland Steel.
Yeah, she played a great game tonight.
Yeah, I'm impressed with her shot. Good hockey player.
Yep.
Yeah, that's no surprises here. Yeah, Tui gets the MVP with 5 goals. That's unbelievable. Man, and if her and Kelly start clicking.
I think they already have after watching that game.
Yeah.
Now I think there's some good chemistry there that's only going to get better throughout the season.
Yep, no, that's brilliant. So the next games will be in a couple of weeks, and hopefully we'll see you there. Thanks for watching, and thanks to all our sponsors. We leave you now from the Queenstown Ice Arena.
Good night, everybody.